Hello everyone, Soul Invictus here, live from Toronto City, Canada. So yeah, I'm having fun. I just arrived in this city. So far, people are great. I'm just happy to be with my girl, honestly. She's a university student, so she works hard, all that. I'm just happy to be by her side while she does all that. And I will stop simping right now and jump into it. So today, model is going to be us reviewing a battle that I had recorded not too long ago, just before I left Montreal. And the reason we'll be doing that format is that the computer I have right now is practically a potato. Decent potato, but a potato nonetheless. And therefore, running Rome by itself is kind of a challenge, let alone recording with OBS at the same time. Although I just nailed a new job, so I'll be able to go for a nice solid laptop soon for gaming purposes. If you guys have knowledge, by the way, on a gaming laptop, please let me know in the comment below which model you think I should buy, because that's probably what I'm gonna go for. Without further waiting, we've got the three-party Swebby build. Yes, and so this build is a very strong build. Never really failed me in the past, especially in patch 19. It used to be the absolute amazing build, very hard to beat. The reason being is that it was a tournament build, and as you can see at the bottom, you already have your 6 swords. So even on a tournament of 8 swords, it was very strong. And I mean, it's strong against a 12 sword spam, so you can imagine what it does to 6, 8, 8 swords build. So the changes I had to do in this build is remove the berserkers, basically, which used to be an amazing unit. They would go berserk pretty quick if they got in combat against, let's say, Levy Freeman, or got a nice charged on a blunted chosen swordsman, per example. Although in patch 20, the berserker just don't make the cut anymore for me, and therefore we've thrown in the Wolf Warriors. So we still have our scare value, we still have a very good shock value, but the difference is that the Zerg used to go berserk, and therefore that was one unit you could forget about and would gather kill by itself. So it just made the build a bit harder to use. So as you can see, it's 3 Noble Riders. There's going to be 4 Kimbri, 2 Wolf Warrior, 4 Bloodthorn total, 2 Spear Levy, as well as 2 Scout Riders. And the way I deployed here is just to be a douchebag. If I want to save time, I could set up the wing straight at the deployment, but I like this whole this whole show that comes with it. So yeah, that's it. What was I saying? So that's it. It's a very strong build, and you see how to use it. One of its weakness will be a cav rush, but quite frankly, by pairing the Kimbri Bowwoman's and the Spear's precursors, you get a good deterrence for cavalry. So let's say a full volley of a Kimbri Bowwoman plus a precursors from a spear is going to render most cavalry units pretty useless, especially light armor shock cavalry like we're going to be facing there from Massacielli. So our opponent has a classic Massacielli build. I actually like it. It's going to be 3 of those heavy Numidian skirmishers. These guys can be absolutely deadly in melee late game, especially against a light armor faction like Suebi. Now, I'm not quite sure what a mixture of unit is. I guess we'll just see at the end. But I mean, it's your classic build. There's going to be 3 slingers. We don't see any heavy skirmishers. That's good. 2 Vigiles, which have the ability to go in a blocky formation. It's actually a very good thing to have to your roster. Although against this very mobile Suebi build, they're not going to be that useful. And so the plan early in the battle with this build is going to be to damage as many units as possible with the Kimbri Bowwoman. So it's not about dropping 1 unit to 90 men, let's say. It's about dropping 2 units to 105 men. What that's going to do is that it's going to cause a lot of damage to each of these units, obviously in the health point, and then when it's time to engage with your armor penetration units like the Bloodthorn and Wolf Warrior, they're going to be doing so much better against already battered unit. So the Noble Rider is there as a deterrent to cavalry, and as well as a charge blunting force, obviously, when the fight's about to start. The Wooden as Spear is going to have killing potential. And so in the middle, we have my General, and my General does have Aerial Vistas. For you guys that don't know what this is, it's a special ability that the Suebi General has, which is going to increase the charge of your mans considerably for a short period of time. He also has a Pride ability. So the Pride ability is going to be an ability that gives armor penetration to your unit. So I was looking at that. If you put that on a Bloodthorn, they end up with 21 armor penetration damage. It's absolutely insane. Or something like that. So as you see, our Kimberly Bowwomen are not gathering that many kills, but they are damaging a lot of units, which is exactly what we want.
The men are wavering.
The center will be redeployed whenever the engagement is to begin on one of the wings. The center is going to be used to reinforce that wing. So it could really go either way. The opponent kind of decide in a way which wing to engage, because the wing that gets damaged the most and pushes the most is most definitely going to be the wing that we decide to rush ultimately. And so we've done damage to Swords unit. It's going to be time to focus on Cavalry. So whenever you get the chance with that build, if you want to try it for yourself, the secret really is, if you get a chance to get Kimberly shots into Cavalry, just take it. And as you can see, there's no need to engage the other flank. He doesn't have what it takes to pressure me to engage the flank. And by the way, this battle was fought against Soap, which is an excellent player. This is in no way for me to show that I'm a better player. It's really just to share this epic battle with Suebi 3-party build. I believe on that gaming session we actually ended 2-1 in his favor, the Suebi build being the victory. He crushed me with Suebi against my Icini right after that one, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, the shots are starting to fall on those shock cavalry. It's going to be time to pop fast charge. And as you can see, we always try to apply it on 2 cavalry units for what you're about to see. He's going to be wisely pulling away and probably not willing to sacrifice his cavalry against a fast charge Suebi cavalry. So our cavalry are up to 66 charge bonus when they are under the effect of fast charge. Is that it? Yep, 66 indeed, which is absolutely amazing. I think they're normally at 41. Is that possible? Or 37? I might be wrong. It's going to be time for the Kimberly Bowwomen to shine now. Look at that, just nailing those shock cavalry. That's terrible for Massacelli. And we'll keep on pulling back from the other side always. He's going to get a bit hasty with his general. I invite you guys to try that build. It's a very cool build to use.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You can beat, honestly, and I'm not just saying that, you can truly beat any freaking faction in the game with that build. Perhaps Saba would be very hard to beat with the 3-party Suebi because of those unkillable camel cataphracts.
The enemy general is dead.
That's good news. And then you will see a prime example of why Suebi is good. So as you see, it's starting to collapse on me on the other side, but due to the high speed of our units, we'll be able to pull back from there and let our Kimberly soften up those legionnaires before engaging them. Now at this point, if I was him, I would have just YOLO charged those skirmishers into the retreating Wooda and Bloodthorn. That would have been very deadly. But that's just me, and this guy knows what he's doing when he's playing, so, I mean, I don't need to tell him what to do. And try to keep an eye on that shock cavalry. That's not going to be focused fire on by the Kimberly. I mean, they're not going to have fun at all. And after that volley, that cavalry unit is actually so much softer. Yeah, like 56 men left. After that volley, we're going to be up to 48 or something, so... And once again, Suebi being able to pull away this fast. Good move by him, threatening the... He could have gotten a rear charge right there on the Bloodthorn and Wolf Warrior. That would have been the absolute end of that unit.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
And also on the engagement, initial engagement, if you decide to use this build, you want to make sure that your Bloodthorn and Wolf Warrior don't receive a precursor jab in the face. That's going to render them pretty much useless.
One of our units has used all its
So always lead with your Woodenaz or Spear Levy Although when the fight starts, you want to try to move your wooden ass away from the melee fight if possible. Retreat them after your blood sword connected. And the reason being is that you can then use them against cavalry. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. I actually wanted to show something else to you guys, which I will next time, I guess. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that one. I'm sorry that's not the format you guys are used to, but that's what I can do right now with the PC I have for now. I wish you all a beautiful week, and I will see you relatively soon. Bye bye.